All right, welcome back to season 4 of our show, and today it's salad, shrimp salad. We're showing you how to take simple, fresh, healthy ingredients and turn them into a beautiful shrimp salad meal. I'll show you how to get it done. All right, so it's shrimp salad like we said. So the first thing we're gonna do is go over some of these nice fresh ingredients that we have here. So today we're using some potatoes, we're making french fries. We're using corn because we're making a corn salad on the side. So warm corn salad, and we're using shrimp, these are prawns, because we're making a shrimp salad. It's gonna be a cold shrimp salad. So we got the french fries here. Some of them are cut up. We're gonna show you how to cut some up. We got some onion, red onion, yellow onion. I got some scallion, which are green onion, celery, fennel, bacon. So this is not bacon in the form that you think of. This is fatback. So basically it is bacon, it's just all the fat of the bacon, and we're using the fatty parts of the bacon that I cured and made myself. And we got some garlic down here. So the first thing we'll do is just push all this to the side and start with our shrimp, because the shrimp are the star of our show. Now we're playing process of elimination today. So what we'll do is I'm gonna put this to the side so you guys can see this. And we're gonna start to peel our shrimp. So what I like to do is take them. Now these are deveined, split down the middle, and they're called easy peel. So what I'm gonna do is take the entire shrimp out of the shell. Now these are prawns, so they're very large shrimps. I'm gonna take the shell off, and we're gonna steam them. So we're gonna take the entire shell and start to lay them right here in the pot, and put the shrimp right back on top of the shell. So if you guys don't have a steamer, this is the easiest way to go. Just put the shells right on top of there. So we're gonna get the shell in these, and then we're gonna meet you guys right back here. So don't go anywhere. All right, so we got our shrimp all peeled. Now what I did was, I put those shrimp I showed you right back into this bowl right here, because I wanna show you this. All the shells are laying on here, so just even them out. So I made the bed, and here's all the meat. So just put it right on top of there. This is the easy part because you can just lay them in any direction on here. Doesn't really make a difference just as long as you get all that nice meat in there. And you're using the shell as a bed to do two things. One, bring in flavor, and another thing, keep them off the bottom of the pot. So this way you're creating a steamer and you're keeping all those beautiful shells in there. And just put the meat right around it. Just like that. And it's the easiest way to go if you don't have a steamer. Even if you do have a steamer, it's just a great way of creating flavor. So you're keeping all that nice flavor right in there. And it's a great way to go. All right, so now that we got the shrimp in there, this is all you're gonna use for water. See that little bit of water in there? So just gonna go. That's it. Just that little bit of water is gonna create steam. It's gonna bring all that flavor out of the shells into the shrimp, and on the stove we go. All right, so we put these on the stove on high, and just when you see it starting to bubble and you start to see the steam come up, that's when you want to drop the lid. So a couple of seconds, everything's starting to turn orange, lid goes on. These are gonna go for about 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes, it's all you need. And we'll meet you right back here, so stick around, don't go anywhere. All right, time to get these out of here. So first thing we'll do is just get them off the hot heat and check those out. All right, now we're gonna get them over and get them into our nice water bath. So you wanna cool these down and just get them into the water immediately to stop them from cooking. And if you see any ones that look like they're suspect and they're not really the way you want them, just leave them in and we'll put them back on. So I'm looking around, and I'd rather pull them out early because some of them are smaller and they get done quicker. So I'm just looking around, and I can see a few of them coming up, like this one. It doesn't look to my liking, but the rest of them look pretty much spot on. And what I'll do is I'll just leave it in the pot. This one doesn't look to my liking. These guys over here look suspect. So I'd rather pull them out a little early and check them than go overboard with them. So I'm going to pull all the ones that definitely are done out. And the ones that look suspect, I'm going to put them back in. This is looking right. And that one I'll put back on. Let's look around. That one's looking right. That one's looking right. And there's about 5 of them that need to go back on. That one's actually looking right. I'm going to pull that one out. All right, I'm going to put them back on the eye. Give them a couple of more minutes in there, maybe about 2 minutes. And that's it. We'll pull them out. I'll meet you back here. Don't go anywhere. All right, so that shrimp is in the fridge chilling out, and we're going to make that in just a little bit. We're going to show you what we need to go inside that shrimp. So let's show you how to do it. So right here we got some celery. I got some green onion, and I got some purple onion. That's what we're using today. So we're just going to get the bottoms of that celery off of there. And we're just going to use the tops. I got a little bit of the leaves on the top here, so let's just start to chop this up. Now you can add as much or as little as you want of the celery in here. But what we're going to do is just chop it in small pieces, because you don't want to pull big pieces of celery out of your mouth as you're eating this. Same thing that goes with like a chicken salad or a tuna fish salad. You got to just make the pieces really small, because you don't want them to overpower the dish. So I think I'm going to go about there with them. You don't want too much celery. You don't want too much anything, because a lot of everything could overpower this dish. So I'm just going to go a little bit more. Doesn't mean I have to use it. But while I'm cutting, might as well just keep cutting. There we go. And let's just cut that up. Now this is always a good thing to do if you're going to make salads during the week. You know, I just don't make one salad for the summer. I'll make a few of them. Put them in the fridge. So the same set of ingredients you could use for tuna salad, chicken salad, shrimp salad, or any kind of salad. Anything that involves mayonnaise and you're making a salad, you can do it. Macaroni salad, and just any simple salad. All right, so we got that there. Some onion. Again, just chop it up small. And what you're doing is you're just getting all your ingredients together for later. Like I said, just get them nice and small. Now here's the onions. So you know you're not going to need a lot of onion, because you don't want this very oniony. And this is a shrimp salad, so you want the shrimp to be the star of the show. You just want a hint of everything else that's in here. And you want to be able to see just a couple of colors, but nothing too drastic. There you go. So when I put these in here, this is how I kind of line them up. So a little bit of the onion. I could even put a little bit more. I'll leave it in there like that. In case I'm shy, I could just cut a couple of more pieces. And then we have our green onion. So I'm going to just chop off the ends on that. And I'm going to use this mostly for a garnish afterwards. So I'm going to get rid of the dry green parts up top, because I feel those are a little dry and they don't look so great. And I'm just going to go like this, just to garnish that salad afterwards. So we got a little garnish here. And into the basket it goes. And if anything gets mixed up, don't worry about it. You're not going to see it anyway. It's all going in the salad. So we got our salad done. So you know that's done. All we got to do is just mix some mayo together, throw that in there, and we'll show you those ratios in just a minute after that cools down. That gives us time to work on our French fries. So right here I got a French fry cutter. I bought this online. I've had it for years. I think I've used it 2 or 3 times, and today I'm using it just to show you guys how simple this is. So if you guys don't want to cut French fries, you take it, it's got a suction cup at the bottom. You lock it down from behind, now it can't move. It's sucked down to this table. This is a granite countertop, so I'm gonna measure my potato in here. I'm just gonna cut off the end, just to make sure it fits. Still doesn't fit yet. Maybe I'll cut off a little bit on this end. And then right into the potato machine we go. So I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna just start it a little bit. Just hit it with a little pressure. And then right through. And there you go. How easy is that? I think this machine was like $5. Pretty crazy. I'm just going to drop them in some water. And that water is going to just get the starch out of them and get them nice and crisp to fry. Let's show you this one. Chop off the ends. Those ends you can fry up to. Nothing goes to waste. Drop it right inside this little gadget here. And I'm just going to start it off, give it a little pressure, and right through. And look at that. So if you guys ever thought about buying one of these things for $5, I mean, come on. I think it's pretty worth it. All right, we're gonna get these French fries off to the side, and we're just gonna let them sit in that water. And that's it. So we'll unlock this off the counter. Off to the side it goes. And now we're ready for the rest of our ingredients. So we got our potatoes done. So that's 2 down so far. All right, so now we're gonna show you the fennel. We're gonna chop off all the green parts on top. You could use some of this green for garnish, so we'll just put some of this off to the side and we'll use it for garnish. And all the rest of the green parts you're gonna discard. They don't offer any flavor in there. We'll put those off to the side. Now I chopped the bottom of here. It had a stalk on the bottom, so I chopped it off. And that's what you're gonna wanna do. I'm gonna take a little bit more of that bottom off of here too. So here's the bottom. Make sure there's no greenery at the top. Just chop off all the greenery at the top. And what you're looking for is the inside of this. A lot of people don't know how to work with this, but we're gonna take it now, just like this. We're gonna chop it in half. The inside of this, like a cabbage, it's got a little core. We're just gonna get that core out of here. Just like that. Now the core is out. And we're gonna do the same thing with this one over here. A little chop, and we'll just pop out that core. Now these guys are gonna cut in half, just like that. And then I'm just gonna come down with them, like that. And in the basket, they go. Now what we're doing with these is we're gonna cook these down with the corn. That's right. We're gonna give that corn a beautiful flavor, and they'll be cooked in with the corn. Actually, I'm gonna just come down in half like this with them, because I want them in the smaller pieces. Let's get these back out of here. I forgot it's corn, and basically you wanna just get them into smaller pieces. So I'm just gonna make them into much smaller pieces, just to go into the corn, like that. And into the basket they go. So basically cooking is just process of elimination. If you know what you're putting together, that helps. And you're looking for what comes first, second, and make an easy dish. And you'll make an easy dish by knowing what comes first and what comes second, and third and fourth. That's it. So that's the way I want those. They're gonna cook down beautifully. It's funny because you cut down all this stuff and you're like, you know, you never know what this is gonna look like. And you kind of play it by ear as you go along. So nothing's planned. I'm just going along with the flavors I like. So once I get the flavors I like and the colors I like, then you just put it all together. So as I'm doing this, I'm thinking about how I'm going to do my corn. I know I want this in with my corn, but I'm thinking, how am I going to do my corn now to get this incorporated with it? And I think I'm going to fry it all up together. That's my idea. Now here's our garlic. I'm going to chop off the ends. And this is all going in the corn. So everything you see here are ingredients for our corn. The shrimp is done. The potatoes are done. Those are just getting fried. So I'm not going to do anything special with the fries. It's just have them on the side. And I don't know about you guys, but I pretty much like fries on their own. All right, so we're gonna chop up a little garlic. Nothing too crazy. Just a little rough cut here, a little rough chop. I still want to see some pieces in there, and just like that. The finer you mince it, I'm going right on top of the fennel with it. The finer you mince it, the more potent it's gonna be. Into the garbage with that. And there we got it. So we got our fennel. Here's some bacon. Now that's that fat from the bacon actually. It is bacon. And now what I want to do is go in with the yellow onion. And that's how I'm going to put my pieces on the onion. And right into the fennel with the garlic. A little bit more on that onion. That's about as far as I think I'm going to take that. All right, so in here I got garlic, onion, and fennel. I'm going to give that a toss. And now that's ready to cook up. So here's some fat. We're going to need some fat for this dish, and I always like to put in fat with the veggies. So I got some fat here. It's all fat. I'm just going to take off little slivers of this. Just a sliver. When you cook them like this, they'll just melt down in the food. There's no meat in here. It's just like bacon fat. So that's how you want those. I'm gonna put them back on here. And just slice them up like this. So we're gonna get the slicing on here. We're gonna meet you right back here, so stick around. Don't go anywhere. All right, so we got all the hard stuff cut up. So we got some vegetables here that's ready to roll. We're gonna put our salad together right after this. And then we got everything just ready to get cooked. We got our potatoes over here in the water. Our bacon fat's cut up over here. And we're just about ready to roll. All right, let's do the corn. I'm just gonna show you guys how to shuck this. I'm just gonna show you one and then we're off and running. So we're just gonna pull this off. You know, I was definitely surprised of how many of you guys did not know how to shuck corn. So I'm just gonna do this. I open up this corn, and sometimes right at the tip, you'll see it's not so, it's not looking so good. So we're just gonna cut that off. That's it, just the tip of it. Now today we're shucking this corn, and we're actually gonna decob it. So we're just gonna get everything off. And go like that and get all the hairs off of it. Very easy. Just go like this and all the hairs will come off. Let's just get this off to the side. Clean this board up. Now I got a very easy way for you guys to do this. So we get all the hairs off. Bring in a bowl. All right, so here's the bowl, and we got a bowl inside of a bowl. So what you want to do, the easiest way to do this is turn this upside down. Put it there like that. I chopped off the tip of this. You can put your corn on like that, and now you have something to balance with. And just go like this. Just go right around, and you can easily clean the corn without it jumping all over the place. But it just gets you to do this the safe way. and then everything's off the cob. And then you could just milk it like that. Just take it and scrape it. Doesn't get any easier than that. And there it is. All right, I'm gonna get to working on these guys, and we're gonna meet you right back here again. So stick around. Don't go anywhere. All right, so we have everything cut up, and now it's time to put this dish together, all of it. So our vegetables are cut up. Let's show you these shrimp. All right, so we got all of our shrimp here. They're nice and dry. When we took them out of the water, I made sure they were dry. So I drained them, made sure they're just super dry, and that's what you want to do. So we got some mayo over here, mayonnaise. That's Hellmann's. We're gonna bring in a bowl, and let's just get all of our shrimp right down into the bowl. So now we're gonna look at our shrimp. I'm figuring how much mayo am I gonna need for these. So I'm gonna start off very, very subtle. But before I put the mayo in, I'm just gonna add just a few things. So here's our celery. Here's our onion. I kind of want to see what I'm doing before I add all that in here, all the mayonnaise. So I want a little bit more. That's the purple. And now I'm going to add just a little bit of green in here. Whoop, too big of pieces. Let's get those back. Those are for later. And I'm looking at it, I'm looking at my ratios. I'm gonna go again. Don't forget, when you add the mayo, those colors are just gonna punch. So you wanna get your ratios right before you add the mayo. And I think I'm gonna go a little bit more greenery and just a little bit more on the purple. And that's about right. So now what I'll do is I'm gonna give this a little stir, see where I'm at, and see if those colors are about right. I'm gonna add a little black pepper. Just a little bit, not much. It's coming out nice and slow in this grinder. And that's what you want. You don't want to go too heavy, too fast. And get everything covered. I'm gonna look at it. Maybe I'll put a little bit more on this side. Actually, I think I'll leave it. It's looking pretty good. All right, so now, this is where the mayonnaise comes in. So here's the mayo, and I'm gonna start off very, very subtle, because this is one thing you don't want to over mayonnaise. Believe me. And let's just get that in. When you're making a shrimp salad, you gotta go real light on the mayo. I mean, look at that. I've been making this for years, so I'm pretty much spot on. But now you can see one thing else. Look at my veggies. See? I could use a little bit more in there. So I'm gonna add some more of the purple. And I'm gonna add some more celery. And I'm gonna add just a touch more scallion and celery. And look at that. So now my ratios are about right. That's why I said you wanna take a look at it before and after, and then add. That's it, that's all I want. You wanna leave this about as natural as you can. And that's it. So I'm gonna get this off to the side. Let's bring in our bowl. And I'm gonna get this plated up. I wanna get this plated up and then back into the chiller, so I can chill it out some more, because we wanna chill this and serve it on a nice hot day outside. So we want a nice chilled salad, because if it's left out, it's gonna get warmer. So you wanna make sure you chill it really, really good, especially if you're going out. It's 100 degrees outside today. And we're gonna have an evening dinner tonight outside, because it's cooled down a bit, and we're gonna go on the porch and have dinner. Got some nice fans out there, and we're doing it Southern style. There's one thing about the South. If you don't like the heat, South End's not for you. All right, so we're just gonna make that look pretty. get that together. There you go. This is from the fennel. I'm just going to chop a couple of pieces and just put them just around the bowl like that, and just give it just a really nice, unique look. So clean that plate up on that side a little bit and just make sure it looks right. So just make sure it looks good before you put them into the chiller. And I think I want a little more over here. Get a little heavier on that side. And this way when we're serving everything later on, this thing looks spot on. It looks gorgeous. All right, a little bit more wrapped around that end. And that's it. All right, so we're gonna go into the chiller with this, and then we're gonna meet you onto the stove to show you how to get everything else together. So stick around, don't go anywhere. All right, so we started rendering down some of that bacon fat. So it's on the stove here, and we got a little bit of meat in there, not much. It's mostly fat. That's right, fat back. And those slices are so thin that by the time this cooks down to nothing, you won't even know they're in there. And they're just gonna add more flavor. All right, so now it's time to add our fennel and the onion and the garlic. So let's just get that in there. I'm going in with all of it. Now I chopped this fennel down good, but it's still gonna take about a good 12 minutes to cook down. And you want to make sure you render it down really nicely. And all that fat in there is going to help do that. And about the last 3 minutes before it cooks, we're going to get that corn in there. Because we want that corn to be nice and fresh, and we don't want to cook the life out of that corn. We just want to cook that corn up a little bit. And that's it. All right, we'll meet you back here before we put the corn in, so stick around. Don't go anywhere. All right, we're about 8 minutes in and everything has gotten very soft in here. The onion's sweating down, the fennel's just about right, and now we're gonna add our corn. So here's our fresh corn. We gotta add it all in there, milk and all. When I say milk, I mean that's the milk that came out of the corn. All right, let's give that a stir. We're just going to cook this down right in. That look beautiful coming together. And the flavor in here is going to be outstanding. So that bacon's not going to bring enough, the bacon fat's not going to bring enough salt to this. We're going to hit it with just a pinch of salt. That's it. All right, we're going to cook this down, get our fries in, and we'll meet you back here, so stick around. Don't go anywhere. All right, our corn's still going at it, and now I'm gonna drop some fries. And get them down there nice and easy. And you always wanna get them down nice and easy. And make sure you wipe all that water off of them. So I'm not gonna drop the whole thing in there because I wanna make sure it doesn't bubble over. If it does start to bubble over, you can pull it back up like that. So you wanna make sure you go nice and easy, and then drop them. And just watch your bubbles. There we go. Now we know we're not going to bubble over and it's safe. So while those are frying up, let's show you this corn. We want to get this corn crispy. So just let it go on one side for a while. And we're just going to basically crisp it up a little bit. Get a little color on it. Otherwise, it's not a southern corn. So, see that little color starting to happen there? That's what I'm gonna do. So, you can let this corn go for a while if you like it a little darker and crispier, and we're just gonna bring the corn flavor out of it. And by doing that, that means you gotta cook it down just a little bit longer than you normally would. All right, we're gonna fry all this up, cook this up, and we'll meet you back here, so stick around. Don't go anywhere. All right, time to pull these fries So I'm gonna let those fries drain for a second, and while they're draining, I'm gonna put them right back in, but I wanna double fry them, so they're gonna go right back in there. Look at this corn. This is what you want. You wanna fry it down, and you wanna toast it, and you wanna bring up all that color, and all that sugar is gonna come out, and you wanna scrape it up from the bottom. Do not deglaze this pan. I'm gonna say it again, do not deglaze this pan. You wanna bring up all those sugars with the back of the spoon like this, and use a wooden spoon to do that. I'm using a cast iron. You could use non-stick to do this, and just scrape the pan. And look at all that toasted corn. That's what you want. You can see the color in it. It's turning dark, like a dark orange, orangey yellow. And that's what you want from this corn. Bring out all the sugars and get it nice and toasted up, and it's absolutely beautiful. All right, we're gonna go about 5 more minutes with this. Total cook time for this was about 18 minutes. All right, we're gonna pull everything, meet you onto the chopping block, so stick around, don't go anywhere. All right, here we are, season 4's chopping block. Shrimp salad. Time to introduce the groom to the bride. Let's show you what we got. All right, since you guys saw the groom already, we're gonna put this together and plate it up. Make a marriage out of this. So we're gonna take a tray. Now we are going outside with this, so I'm kind of setting this up to go outside. We're gonna take some of this beautiful shrimp salad. Let's get it onto the plate. It's nice and chilly. And this is gonna just go beautiful. What a nice warm night. All right, so we got those nice big shrimp there. Now we made those fries. So what I'm gonna do is park these fries right on side of this, just like that. I'll plate it up, nice southern way. Get those beautiful fries on there. Maybe a couple of more, because I got some more in the fryer. Let's get those off to the side. And we're just gonna garnish those fries. Now this is a parsley that we had. I just let it dry out, so basically it's dry parsley, and I'm just gonna get some of those dry parsley onto the fries. Just to get that presentation and that color in there. All right, so off to the side we go with that. And now it's time to get that beautiful corn in there. Let's just bring in a bowl. Now we're only feeding 2 this evening, so we don't need much in here. I'll go a little bit more. And you can see how all that corn just looks beautiful in that bowl. All right, so we're gonna park that corn right on here. And I think I'm just gonna garnish this corn. Since we got the fennel in there, I'm just gonna put a little fennel on top of that. Just like that, on the top. Just to set that off. A little bit, not much. And there you have it. Beautiful summertime dish. All right, let's give this a shot. So first I'll get in here. Let's just get one of these nice prawns. Just gotta take my fork and break it. This way I can talk to you guys afterwards. Let's give this a shot. Wow. That tastes so fresh. I mean, you can really taste the sea in that one. It's cool, refreshing. Let's give that corn a shot. Outstanding. I mean, you could just taste that roasted corn. You can taste all those veggies in there. And I tell you, that fennel really sets that over the top. If you try that fennel, put that in there. The bacon's a must. You gotta put that in there, because this dish without the bacon is it's not a dish. It doesn't complete the dish. But that's beautiful. Make sure that corn is roasted just the way that was roasted, and it's gonna bring all that sugar and flavor out of the corn. and it's just a beautiful dish. All right, we're gonna get organized and we're gonna meet you guys right back here, so stick around. Don't go anywhere. All right, and there it is, a beautiful, chilled shrimp southern salad for those hot southern days. And we served that with some fried corn, with bacon and fennel, with bacon fat. Can't go wrong with this dish with some homemade fries. Definitely a must try this one here. And if you like this video and more videos are about to come, give a like, hit that bell. That's why you get these videos first. Thank you, we enjoyed having you. And with no further ado, look at that. Pitmaster taste there.